I'm Pastor Steve. This week's free upload is a short essay that takes a look at the spiritual roots of the Litany Against Fear. The Litany Against Fear is a famous piece of writing done by Frank Herbert in Dune. It's called the Bene Gesserit Litany Against Fear. It's in the movies that have been done of Dune, and it's in the original novel Dune. And I'm going to read you the Litany Against Fear. It's very popular. It's very well known. The Litany Against Fear says, "I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain." Now, if you check out the literature that has been published on this thing on the various websites that exist that discuss the work of Frank Herbert, that discuss science fiction in general, there's been a lot of wondering about where he got this. We don't know its origins. That is with Frank wherever he has gone. What I did was to reflect on the Litany Against Fear and to compare it to some of the teachings of the Sanatana Dharma. The Sanatana Dharma is a whole section of the Hindu religion that deals with human consciousness, and I highly recommend you look at that. There is a phrase in Sanskrit, tat tuam asi. Tat tuam asi. That also is you. And that teaching brings us to that last verse of the litany, which says, "Only I will remain. My fears will come, my fears will go. Only I will remain." And I also found a fantastic hymn to Rudra. Rudra, or Rudra, is a very obscure Hindu god. Obscure because Rudra, or Rudra, doesn't have enough identity to be attached to any given cultural group. So I have translated that hymn and put it up in this little short essay. I wrote this for a really dear friend of mine who is a subscriber to this website, who was facing some fairly serious health concerns. And so we did a little exploration of Frank Herbert's Litany Against Fear. And this helped me realize that much of this religious and spiritual material is really powerfully helpful to people who are facing life situations that bring forth a lot of fear. So it's a free it's in free content on this website. You can look at that. You can do some wonderful Google searching on tat tuam asi. It's in the essay. I think you can just copy that and web search it and see where the Sanatana Dharma is. Now, the hymn to Rudra is much more obscure. That thing was hard to find. So I don't really have a published text, and this may be probably about the only place on the web. If you find it somewhere else, please let me know where it is. I had to dig it out of a very obscure, rare book in order to present it here. And I won't go into all the details on that, but take a look at this free download on the Litany Against Fear. I really think it's going to help you a lot, especially if you're dealing with anxiety, if you're dealing with fear, if you're dealing with those kinds of problems. Thank you.